Ho, ho, ho. Welcome, guys, back to day 2 of Christmas week's Heavy Metal Tones Christmas specials. I can't think of a good name. It's probably in the titles by now. If I've tortured myself over thinking of a good name, who knows? But Merry Christmas to you guys in this wonderful time of year, Christmas week. Those that are not Christmas, not a Christmassy people, doesn't matter. Enjoy the week, enjoy the episodes, enjoy the music. I hope you've had a good year. This is just my thank you to all my listeners that have been listening to me all year. And I do this every year and I enjoy it a lot. So, episode 2. Now, again, insert jingle bells. There we go. I've inserted them. I may have not. You might be imagining it. Did you? I don't know. I still have this 2 is old here. It's not the another one. I've recorded this episode straight after the other one, so I'm not going to get drunk on it for now. Anyway, there you go. That's for you ASMR people. So, episode 2. Last episode was favourite song of the year. This one is going to be favourite album of the year. Ooh, what could it be? Now, I listen to, as you would imagine, a lot of music. According to Spotify's roundup, 79,000 minutes, which I thought was quite a small amount compared to what I thought I was. Anyway, it's quite a fair time. It's 53 days of constant music, apparently. I will take that. Anyway, enough of that wobbling and warbling. Let's talk about favourite album. A lot of contenders. There are a lot of contenders. Not what you might think it would be. I'm actually going to jump out of the metal genre for this to say that my favourite album of the year, quite by quite a fair margin, is Public Image Limited's last album, End of the World. Now, again, I did cover that in an episode about 10 episodes back, I imagine. I can't remember now. Too many. Anyway, why is it my favourite album of the year? Out of all the fantastic albums that have come out, and I know it's not even a heavy metal album, but the reason it's my favourite album of the year is because if you listen to the show, you might find out why. But this is a recap. This is the first album that John Lydon has recorded with Peel since his beloved and longtime wife Nora died, who has been suffering from dementia for quite some time, and he'd been looking after her. And having a father with this particular crippling and hideous disease, I sort of feel a lot of kinship to him for this. And I always felt that he held back quite a bit while she was unwell. And this is, I think he'd admit to that himself. And why wouldn't you? Why would you go full bore into your artistic world and life if the person that's the most important to you in all the world is this slowly and, cruelly disappearing, even though they're still there? It's a really hard thing. So, he let go and he released an album that I genuinely think is his best album. Honestly, Trent, I've got hands on my heart, I think it's his best album. I really, really do. There's no new wave pretentiousness. There's no trying to create a sound that's his or electronica. It's no, trying to stand out from the crowd like he was always done. It's just him raw, straight there on his, on in front of you. It's him and his soul bared open, and I think it's a beautiful piece of music that all the musicians on the album are at their peak. I think John's lyric writing in this is at his best. His vocal deliverance he's no longer trying to be John Lydon, he just is John Lydon, and I think that is the most wondrous thing about this particular album. He has a beautiful tribute to his wife on it, right at the end there. He's got a track on it which is stuck in my head and continuously overplays itself time over time, which is a song called Northwest Passage. It just and Hawaii, you know, it's like the song Hawaii, which is about his wife, but Northwest Passage, it just has this lyrical punch. I don't know quite what it. As I said to you, if you listen to the show, it's an album. It's a song that I find a little bit difficult to analyze, but is a song that is very, very catchy. Hawaii, did I say Hawaii? Yes, Hawaii's on it. It's very catchy, and it's got him with this more sort of vitriolic spit, without being. There's no political nuance to the song. There's no Leiden-esque anti-establishmentarianism. You say that after 3-2, he's old. Anyway, 2, 1, 3, who knows? But it is a cracker of an album. Without doubt, possibly the album that I will, if I was thinking back at 2023 again, what is the one that grabs me the most? I'd say it's that. And I'll tell you, there was a moment, it'd just been released, and I had to walk from work to the local post office where an album had been delivered, and I had to pick it up. In fact, I think it was a Heads for the Dead's album, actually, possibly. Anyway, I was walking there, and it only just been released, and I put the album on my lunch break, just on Spotify, and, you know, right, I knew I'd heard the opening track, Penge, Welcome to Penge, but then everything after that just steamrolled me. It just steamrolled me. I almost didn't want to go back to work. I wanted to sit somewhere quietly and let this album come at me, and it's just gorgeous. It's just fantastic in a way that I don't think my humble self can really give it true justice. It's a beautiful package. I've got the white vinyl version of it. It sounds brilliant on vinyl. It is got it's beautifully mixed. It just feels free, guys. It feels like John as free as John has been ever, even with the Pistols. I just feel, you know, in the Pistols he was being someone that people want him to be. I feel, and I love the Pistols. You know me; it's my favourite band in all the world, right? Greatest album ever made is really truly is Nevermind the Bollocks. But I've already talked about that. Now, what I'm saying is that it feels like he's not pretending. There's no pretense here. Not that he is a pretender. He'll, you know, God forbid that John would hear me say he's a pretender, because he'd come at me, wouldn't he? He's not a pretender. He's not fake. He never has been. But there is a point sometimes when you watch his character that he is being a little bit playing to the orchestra, to the room, right? Playing to the balcony, as they say. But this album doesn't come across that way. It comes across in a way that's just ridiculously amazing. It's just so powerful, and it makes me want it. Last time I heard an album like this that made me feel this way, that I couldn't get it out of my head, honestly, was I'd have to say it was probably Peter Gabriel's So. And his new album is an absolute menace of an album. It's absolutely amazing. That will be talked about again on the show somewhere. I know it's not heavy metal, guys, I know, but you know, not everything is about brutal force, right? Sometimes music can be heavy in other ways. I've discussed this before, I won't discuss it again. Anyway, that's enough for me. End of the World by Pill. Best album of 2023 by an absolute country mile. So surprising, so intriguing, so addictive, so just bloody brilliant. If I was to give it a review, and it had to be stars, it's 5 stars out of 5, or 10 out of 5, as one of my friends once said. Anyway, that's enough for me this week. This week. Sorry, oopsie, I'm all in weekly mode. This is enough for today. I'll chat to you tomorrow on another day in Christmas week. Bye for now, guys.